No, I don't think it has. Well, let's find out what you at home have to say about it. Amy, what's on the phone?
Our first caller is actually currently in a witness protection scheme. It's Sheila on line 3.
Pretty rough, Sheila. Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Good morning. Hi there.
Very emotional as well as rough, as you put it. That's just putting it mildly.
Right.
My situation was I was witness to a crime, and as a good citizen, I decided to tell someone there was witness to that crime, and it was a shooting. It was quite serious, and let me just say that the person is now behind bars.
Right.
But within 24 hours of speaking to the police, I and my children were picked up and taken away from our home and put in what I would call not a good situation. It's very glamorous when you see these programs on the telly, but I was put in hotels with nothing more than what I stood up in, with a little child, and I won't say their ages because it could
don't.
away, but I have had house for the last 3 years. I have been in 8 or 9 different travel lodges. You're not put in big posh safe houses at all. I have never seen my home again, which I worked hard for. I had a breakdown of a marriage because I was taken away from my husband because he chose not to go on the witness protection, and never seen him again. Even the divorce was done in closed case, not being able to have all the normal things done. My house was sold. It wasn't easy, let me tell you.
I said.
Make your hair curl. But let me just say, I do not regret putting the people behind bars.
Good for you.
But my life now, I wasn't given anonymity. Let me just tell you, I went under my own name, and there were people looking for me, and still am, for being a normal, good citizen. But I do not regret it. I picked up the pieces, and I have settled, and my children and me are building a new life.
Sheila, do you believe... Now, you see, you've paid a very high price, and I said at the beginning with my read that the price for Witness Protection Programme, I don't think it's run well enough. I don't think it looks after those that enter it well enough. I do think it's the police's job and the Witness Protection Programme's job to shield witnesses. How do you feel about anonymity, that people could go in and just testify without ever identifying who they are?
It's two-sided. Personally, I think that person should be given the opportunity of taking anonymity or not. I chose not to because I believe that it starts off a whole chain of events, as in you're going to live in fear. Now, you are given an opportunity to change your name, but let me tell you, that's only the level of the crime if it's serious enough to do so. I think if people are good enough to stand there and say, this is what this person's done, then they should stand by their decision, but let them know it is not easy.
Good point, well made.
You are running for the rest of your life, in effect, but it's how you psychologically deal with it. What I would like to say, I know you haven't got a lot of time, but it's not very often someone actually gets on and takes this risk, is the police themselves and the justice system need to do something about it, because I have suffered more at their hands and their ability, or rather lack of ability. I've heard this before,
Sheila. I've heard this before as well.
They are awful. They treat you like a criminal. I have been put in hovels. I have been made to wash my underwear out in a hotel sink for a week and 2 and 3 weeks at a time, and my children, and kept under lock and key. Not in good facilities. We've given £20 a day.
Sheila, do you have any regrets?
That's a real tough one. I don't regret the person being put behind bars. I regret that they didn't get 15 years and they only got 8 years for killing somebody. I regret the fact that I didn't fight more with the police for what I was entitled to.
Yeah.
But then I didn't know the system. Who knows what's going to happen when you say you saw a crime? You don't. But I am not going to let it go, and I am going to fight for other people to get a better system to tell the truth.
Good for you.
With or without anonymity.
Sheila, we're going to take your number. Well, we've got your number anyway. If you wouldn't mind, I would love to stay in touch with you as best we can, in case we can do something a little bit more about this and push maybe a little bit harder for it.
That would be wonderful, because I feel completely on my own at the moment, so that would be wonderful.
OK, thank you very much for the call.
Thank you very much.
Brave lady, thank you.
OK, bye-bye.
Give a round of applause, please. See, we have more people with cojones like that, we wouldn't have to have the discussion in the first place. We've got to go to the break. I've really overrun. I do apologise. So the next discussion, wind turbines, beautiful ugly, it's going to be a short one.